Alright, so we're going to get into brute force attack um, on online. So this is going to take a little bit longer, and we're going to do it between our Kali machine here and our target machine over here. So I have both of them open so I can show you how this works. Alright, so real quick, I'm just going to go down and redo what was done before. Um, so what we need to do here is get into the terminal. And then what we need to do is we need to actually get into our secure shell. So we need to turn on the password protection for this. So remember, this was just say sudo nano text edit, and then we're etc this time, SSH and SSHD underscore config. Okay, so that brings us up to here, and we gotta turn this no into a yes. So we're gonna turn on the password authentication. This defaults to no. Many of them do not default to no. So we control X, we yes, and then we enter. Okay, so that was first step, and now the second step of turning our server on is actually to restart the service. We changed the configuration file, so now we actually restart that. I will make mistakes throughout this because I'm kind of rushing, but that's a me thing. So now that we're there, now what we're going to do is we're going to change the password to this. Now we're going to change the password. We could change the password in terminal, but it's a little bit more, I don't want to say convoluted or kludgy, so I'm just going to show you how to do it in the I'm just going to show you how to do it inside the terminal, or the GUI. Right. So instead of doing the typical password change, which is, sudo password root. If you're going down that road, then you have to pick a password that is complicated enough for it to accept. Otherwise, it'll say it accepted it, but it won't. So in order to get around that, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the terminal here, and we're going to type in users. Go here. All right. So the other thing I didn't start with is that we're going to start with a password list and username list. So the username list is pretty straightforward. I'm just using agent, and I'm going to use jboyce1. And then the password list is the list that we're going to brute force. So it's going to go through all of the passwords for each of the users in the order that we put the users. So I'm going to use this password because it's on my password list. So I'm going to come down here, change this. My current password is agent, and my new password is PPS, and then I open that guy, PAS. Oops. Money sign, money sign. Okay. Okay, so they both check out, so we change that, and now we have a new password for our Ubuntu. I'm going to leave the agent here just to show you how it works, because it'll still work like that. Alright, so we're going to X out of this, and I believe we're all set to start the target on the target machine. So conveniently enough, here we have the IP address of the device. So we're going to come back over to Kali, and we're going to Control Alt T, and we're going to try to get into that to see if it works, right? So remember, it's just we're going to have to SSH, and we're going to say agent because we know that's the username, and we're going to say 10, 15, 28, 225. Do we want to make a connection? Yes, we do. Enter. It says password. We're going to screw this up 3 times because we know that we just changed it. And once you screw it up 3 times, it'll just kind of kick you back to terminal. All right, so we got to do it the hard way. The hard way, and by that I mean the fun way. All right, so first thing, we have to get over to root. So I'm going to clear us out here, and we're going to go sudo su, get me into root. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Metasploit console. And you're going to see the Metasploit console takes a little bit of time to open up. That's fine. Alright, once we are in here, we are now in the Metasploit console, and I'll show you just a little bit on this guy, make it somewhat bigger. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the next step, which is search secure shell, and you're going to see all the Metasploit things that deal with secure shell. So feel free to like dive in and wrap your head around some of these. Some of these are kind of interesting, but we're going to do the most straightforward thing we can with it. We're going to use, so now we found it, we're going to use this auxiliary. So use alright, cool. So now we're going to show options. And that shows us all the things we need. So we have no blank passwords and brute force speed. It's as fast as it goes. So now we're going to get through and set our thing. So we're going to set our hosts to the to what we have, which is 10.15.28.25. We're going to hit enter. So it shows that we did that, and then we're going to continue to so to get the directory on any of these, if you just go and find the password, so if we go here to home, and then we go to the desktop, and then we click up here, we can see where we get the file path. So the file path's important for anything we're doing in terminal, so that's where I get that. Alright, so with no further ado, we're going to say file to home, Cali, capital, desktop, and then we call this MSF. I don't think there's a text on there. Alright, so we're going to hit that, enter. Alright, and in order to do the next thing, we're just going to press the up arrow. We're going to say not the pass file, but the user file. Okay. Yeah, looks about right. Alright. So now we have this, and we're going to do one more thing, which is we're going to set it to verbose, which basically just means we're going to see what it's doing. Otherwise, we're going to do it in the background, which is not nearly as fun for us for many reasons. Alright, so we're going to check the options again. So press the up arrow, show options, and what do we have? So make sure that you have basically all the pieces. So our pass file is here, our target's there, our user file is here, and then all we're going to do is come down here and hit run. And it's going to start this. We're going to see if we put the file in. Okay, so it looks like it's working out so far. So it's trying these passwords with agent. So PPS, you see our password file. and that's coming through. Oh, we got a hit. And here we go. So agent and PPS password. And now that you're going to notice, what it was using was agent to password, and now that it hit the password for agent, it's jumping over to jvoice1 for password, jvoice1 for password. So that is how we brute force something with a password list, and good luck with that one. You can set all of this up. I just did it in front of you. I would suggest getting through to it and giving it a shot on your own. I know sometimes I make this look easy because I go pretty quickly, but all that being said, this takes me a lot of time too. There's a lot of guess and check and trial and error, and that's fine. That's how this whole thing works. Don't make anybody think that it's magical. Uh, Good luck.